is we're washing down a roof ready for a repaint. We started this one yesterday. Just give you a rundown. We're filming all day, all week this week to just follow me this week, because we're going to make somewhere around 18k this week. So it's pretty hectic, pretty busy. And I just share it with people. If they watch it, they watch it. They don't, that's fine. If you to jump down the bottom, hit a subscribe, it would be much helpful. So we have got this problem roof. Let's have a look. So this is a pre-painted roof. So you can probably see on the roof the terracotta underneath, but I'll show you the tiles, the original tiles down the bottom. You can see the terracotta tiles down there, and then the grey that's been sprayed. So that is the problem, and then the algae was left up here to grow, eat and destroy these tiles. So I pressure washed this roof yesterday and hit it with a 6% chlorine. As you can see on these ridge caps just through there, there's still a fair bit hanging on. In the back of these tiles here, there's still a fair bit hanging on with the 6% didn't kill it. Up on the cap in there, there's more down here. Spot like this, the 6% didn't even touch it, let alone the pressure. So we're just running around knocking this off on the second day. For the first day, it was probably a couple of hours longer than it should have been. But because we're repainting this job, it's not just a wash, it's a repaint. So we try and do all the preparation to the best of our ability. And if it takes me an extra day to do, come back and do a touch-up wash, that's what I'm going to do. I should have done it yesterday, but I had 2 other jobs booked in, and I should have pushed them to today, but I didn't do it. I should have done it. I got frustrated. I was up on the roof for an extra 2 hours trying to surface clean it all off and whatnot, and I should have done it yesterday. I should have dropped down the road and got more chemical to do it, but I didn't, so I'm back here now flushing it all off. So what we have is we're hitting it with a 9% just in sections, and the main reason we're doing that is because we're painting the roof, so it doesn't really matter if it burns the roof or whatnot, but we're hitting it and then we're washing it off straight away, so there's no real big issue with that. So it is what it is, but this is what happens when you're doing painted roofs. So if you're coming up against a roof that's really hard to clean, and you get up on the roof and realize that it's a painted surface, not a colorbond surface, not original tile surface, the painted roofs are the hardest roofs to clean. So if you come against that, sometimes you're going to have to use stronger chemical, because pressure is not always going to work for you, because this is a proven fact that the pressure is not going to clean the roof, because we pressure wash this one first, we hit it with 6%, and then there's still stuff left on the roof. So we'll have a look around. So we sprayed this side with 9%. So you can still see, you can't quite see it, it's still hanging on into the corners there with a 9%. So we're just going to spot treat that. So we're just laying it down, spot treating it, laying it down, spot treat. So we've done all this, that's all gone. All this, you can see all these little edges here, they just didn't move with the 6% because it was pretty heavy. Like I seriously couldn't walk on this roof when I first started cleaning. I had to clean a section and walk up the ridge line and then clean over to the other ridge line, and then I'll just work down from the peaks from there. This is an easy roof to walk, but with all the algae and stuff that was up on this roof, it was really hard. It was like ice. So you have to make sure you clean into your roof. Don't try and walk up to the top of the peak and then start cleaning there, guys, because you'll just slip off the roof and then you won't have an exit path to get off the roof. I can smell that chlorine. So we just got to come through here. We're just slowly hitting it to make sure we get everything off. So come down here. And just make sure we walk down nice and slowly on the tiles. We don't want to crack any tiles. So you can see the difference. That's just been cleaned with the 9%, and that there is only just started to move with the 9. You can see the run lines on the side of the capping. You can see all the run lines on the side of the capping there. And I nailed this roof with 6% right across the whole lot. So you can't tell me that the 6% was going to take that off, because I hit it so hard. But then you got to look into the paintwork here, and you see all this dimpling in here. That's the algae and everything eating into the paint layer. So a lot of this is definitely not going to come off with the 6%. You might get the majority of it, but at the end of the day, what you're doing is just you're flushing chemical down onto the ground. Because sometimes it's easy to come in with a 9, hit it real quick, kill that stuff. It'll pop in 5 minutes, jump back on the water, wash that section of roof, jump back up here. Because you got to remember, especially with this roof, it's getting repainted. If it's not getting repainted, you got to remember to tell your customer that the roof is not going to look the same as when it was first sprayed. That's pretty much simple. You're probably going to have some white residue. I got a video coming out on Monday about the oxidization that when we were pressure washing. There's a little bit here if you can see it. You can see on that ridge capping, that's the oxidization on the ridge capping. So that's just the UV layer getting broken down on the paintwork, and it turns just if you've seen on buildings, it just turns white, or it's like a chalky residue, especially on color bond. On painted surfaces, it just goes white. On the darker painted surfaces, sometimes the pigment will show. So if you got like a monument, you'll get like a pink or a magenta, or you'll get a black. If you got your deep ocean blue, it'll turn green, and that's the tints in the paint coming through, because the darker the color, the more tint is in the paint to make it that color. So the easier and the more likely it is to get broken down with the UV layer, because the paint is weaker with that much tint in it. There's probably not much more I can say about that, because it is what it is, and if you don't know it, there it is. And you just got to inform your customer and be, hey, it's oxidized. We can clean it, but you're going to have residue left behind or whatnot. So all you got to do is you got to make sure you inform your customer. It's not going to be a brand new roof once we clean it, because the age of the roof, most people don't clean their roof for 12 years. So they'll get it repainted this year, and then they'll give you a call in 12 years time saying, hey, can you clean my roof? Yeah, I can, but it's not going to look perfect. It's never going to look the same as day dot. It just never is. If you're coming back every year and downstreaming that roof, just to give it a quick clean up every year, that's fine. Like, if you can get them on an annual maintenance program where you're washing the house for $300 or something, and you throw in the roof for $120, all you got to do is splash with downstream, X-Jet, whatever you want to do, 1% right across the whole roof, and it's going to wash the roof at the same time. It's going to cost you $20 in materials, maybe $30 in materials, and you've made yourself 4 times, 3 times the profit margin. So it's a good upsell, but not everybody takes it. So, but we're going to get into this, and I thanks everybody for watching my channel. It's really appreciated. My lives are going up. I love it. I just try and give you guys as much content as possible to help you out and grow, and just try and change the industry so everybody knows what they're doing, and I don't get those phone calls, oh, the last guy. Okay, I'm not the last guy, so don't treat me like an idiot. Treat me like a professional, because I've been here longer than the last guy. So that's all I can say. Catch you later.